For more than 100 years, the parish of St. George has been growing. From its early years to its current life as the living center of faith, family, and fellowship for thousands of parishioners, St. George Catholic Church is like the tall oaks that surround it. Strong, steadfast, and growing, with roots that run deep. St. George started as a small mission chapel for rural South Baton Rouge in the late 1800s, with less than 100 families meeting to share their faith. As time passed, generation after generation continued the tradition of St. George, building upon those roots planted at the turn of the century. It was a faith and family legacy that made St. George grow, attracting new families to sit alongside the old. It was that growth that led St. George pastor Father James Finnegan to dream a master plan for the parish. That master plan called for the creation of a parochial school at St. George, including a new multi-purpose building that would serve as a temporary church, but was eventually envisioned as a gym to serve the school. By the 1980s, the church community felt moved to serve the youngest members of their congregation and added a nursery school. It was that forward thinking that made St. George what it is today, a large and flourishing faith community with one of the largest parochial schools in the Diocese of Baton Rouge. It is time for St. George parishioners to once again look to the future and look to building upon our roots. This is the future of St. George. A future with room for everyone without losing the feeling of community. A future where there's opportunity for our children to experience the education and faith formation of St. George. The new church will have a traditional look and will be centrally located at the corner of Segan Lane and Kinglet Drive. It'll be the cornerstone of the campus, an inviting place that will beckon others to join in worship. Most importantly, it will increase seating capacity to 1,200 as opposed to the 850 seating capacity of the current church. There will be a large narthex for gathering before and after Mass, an improved choir area, enlarged restrooms and meeting spaces, along with energy-efficient lighting and improved heating and cooling. The new church building will also include a daily Mass chapel with seating for 120. The beauty extends to the exterior as well, with a tranquil chapel garden. A plaza and fellowship circle make use of the steadfast oaks that have come to symbolize St. George. The master plan includes improved parking plans with handicap spaces near the church. There are several designated drop-off points, including a covered area for times of bad weather. Our school enjoys a reputation as one of Louisiana's finest, and our plan will ensure even more opportunities for families and their children. With an average parishioner age of 34 years old, St. George is vibrant and growing. It's full of families that already have a legacy with the parish going back for generations, and with families looking to put down roots and start their own legacy. That translates into many families with young children seeking a Catholic education in our school. Our current 4-year-old nursery school program is part-time, with limited enrollment. That is forcing many of our families to seek out full-time programs at other parishes or at nearby Protestant or Jewish programs. Looking to the past, to prepare for the future, the former worship space will become the new Early Childhood Center. Just as Father Finnegan envisioned back in the 60s, the current church will now become a safe and inviting learning space where the youngest members of the parish community can be formed in faith and grow in learning. St. George School will grow to include a full-time pre-kindergarten. The plan includes 5 self-contained classrooms with private bathrooms. A large multi-purpose room will double as a lunch facility, and there are spaces for small group activities, along with a dedicated play area for pre-K children.
I'm Father Mike Shatley. You've seen our plan for the future, our efforts for building upon our roots. It is only through growth that we can move forward, and we cannot move forward without God's grace and your help. Together we can accomplish great things. Thank you for your consideration and commitment to St. George. As members of one family of faith, let us join together to accomplish the challenges before us. I ask for God's blessing upon you and all of our parish family.